With APEC comes processing of visa application, and Minister Maru says it's time we seriously look into our visa processing time as it's discouraging positive business in PNG.
As most of you know from the media, I led the high-level government delegation to India with 4 ministers. We met the private sector, we met business, we met industry, we met the government of India, and the most important outcome was, for the first time in our history, Indian government has now agreed to commence negotiations for Papua New Guinea and India to enter into what we call an economic partnership agreement. The complaint I received from the Indian government and the private sector, especially the Indian Chamber of Commerce and Industry, is the complaint about the time it takes to get a PNG visa. It takes 8 weeks on average for an Indian to apply to the PNG High Commission in Delhi to get a visa. When the rest of the world, it takes a day or 2 days at the most.
Minister Maru says he has written to Minister for Immigration Petrus Thomas, asking him to look into the option of outsourcing the visa processing component.
We are trying to market this country as a safe and good investment destination. So it means that the time has come for PNG to reform this aspect of how we do business with the outside world. We can't keep taking 8 weeks, 9 weeks, 2-3 months for visas to be issued.
Minister responsible for APEC, Justin Tachenko, says it's something he is looking into.
India is not an APEC country, so they're not part of that APEC meeting, but they will come in as observers. But at the end of the day, for all the other countries, the Immigration Department has worked with the Chief Migration Officer and the Minister, working to ensure that the easiest access on our current system that we have now is available, like dedicated APEC lanes for customs and immigration at the airport have already been set up. The other issue is on the priority for all people coming here for APEC. They will have their visas processed in less than 5 days.
Meanwhile, Minister Maru wants the whole visa process to be made electronic.
The rest of the world have gone down the path of reform. They are now doing e-passports, and they are now doing outsourcing of the visa processing. So private companies process the visa. They work to a standard of 2 days, otherwise they lose their contract. So they have to deliver on time. Whole of India, they don't send immigration staff to other missions in the world. It's all done by private companies. Australia has gone down the path. New Zealand has gone down the path. The whole world is reformed. I've spoken to the Minister for Immigration. I've written him a letter. He's out of town right now, but I will meet with him on Monday. I really feel it's time for PNG, before we really kick into the APEC here, for us to look at the reform, and let's look at trialing this outsourcing, and let's look at how we can speed up the visa issue.
Adelaide Sirks Kari, National, EMTV News.